Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Alex here. If you've never seen these big old cheeks before, then do go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you leave. So for today's video, if you haven't told from the title already, I am going to be looking at and reviewing the new NYX Professional Makeup Born to Glow collection. They have a foundation and they have concealers. I moseyed on over to my drugstore. I just wanted to see what was new, and this was one of the things that I stumbled upon. So I think this is the first time that I'm going to be reviewing a foundation and a concealer together. I thought that would be really interesting to go ahead and do, and to see if, you know, things that come out together actually play well together, or if the formula is the same, that kind of thing. So let's start talking about the foundation. I saw a huge display at my drugstore, but they did not have all the shades, as I am finding out right now as I look on the NYX website. They only had a couple, and this foundation actually comes in 45 shades, so you're gonna have a good range of this. The color that I picked up is Cappuccino, because this was actually the darkest shade that they had at my drugstore, which I was like thinking that that was it, but no girl, like NYX on their website, full range. It's supposed to be a buildable medium coverage, that's what the claim is, and a naturally radiant finish, and it is supposed to be a liquid foundation that blends like a dream and works to help create smooth, even toned looking skin. I'm pretty excited about that. I have it on right now, but I really want to wait for you guys to see the demo to see how it plays with my skin. If you're new to my foundation demos, I am a combination oily skin. T-zone is oily, the rest of the perimeter of my face is dry. I am also acne prone, and I have acne scars from years ago, and I still have acne today. I am working with that. Now, there is something interesting in the ingredients that I do want to point out. For those of you who don't like cones, dimethicone is actually, it looks like to be, I think it's a third, that's what looking at, the third or second actual ingredient in here. So if that's something that you are sensitive to, then I would definitely stay away from this, and it is made in China. So yeah, think through that if you're gonna go ahead and use this. On the website, they don't really say, well, oh, this is for, you know, normal to dry skin or anything like that. But anything that says glow, I will assume that it is targeted toward dry skin, but I think anybody can wear certain foundations. It just depends on your preference and what your skin is doing at the time. Like I said, I have combination skin, so I would usually shy away from anything that says glow or radiant. But I did want to give it a try for you guys who are interested in seeing how it holds up on someone like myself with combination skin. Now, they also have a concealer, and the concealer comes in, I will tell you right now, 24 shades, and it's also supposed to be medium buildable coverage. It does come with a little poofy thing at the end of it to go ahead and apply for ease of application for your concealer. Something like that during this time I would not want, because it might, you know, germs and things like that. So I don't think it's the best in terms of being how do you say, being sanitary, but I would prefer it to have been maybe just a squeeze tube, just like the foundation is, just a little squeezy. I would have preferred to have that for the concealer. So NYX, if you're listening and watching this, I would toss the poofy part, and maybe if you're going to revamp the packaging on this, just do a little squeeze out tube, and I think that'll be fine. It's supposed to be a creamy concealer, like I said, and it's supposed to have micro infused pearls, so micro pearl infused radiant concealer. I'm supposed to give instantly brighter eyes. They have, like I said, 24 colors. And the color that I picked up at the drugstore, this is in the shade Caramel. But again, looking at the website now, I could have definitely chosen a different color. So I'll probably go back on the website and pick out a different color. If I pick this up again, if I actually like the formula, I might go ahead and try, I'm looking at maybe Warm Honey. I might try Warm Honey. That might work. But yeah, I'm definitely just gonna give this a try. I just wanna show you the formula. So if the color's off, that's something that can definitely be corrected. But I just wanna share with the formula and see how the formula works. Again, these two right here. These are the NYX Born to Glow Foundation and Concealer. So yeah, let me stop jibber jabbering and let's get into it. So brows are already on. I pre-put them on so you don't have to worry about them later. But yeah, here is the foundation. The packaging, I love the fact that it is a tube packaging so you can squeeze it out. I definitely love a pump. So if they do decide to change the packaging, a pump would be great. The color that I'm using today is Cappuccino. They do have, like I said earlier, 45 shades. Since I'm going into the summer, I figured this might work for me. If not, then I might pick a different color. I was looking at Nutmeg, so I might do that, but I do want to give this a good shake. In terms of what's on my skin right now, just a moisturizer. I have not put on a primer, and I should go ahead and do that. The one I'm going to pull out today is by Makeup Forever. This is one of their mattifying primers. I don't have any other primers in my collection right now. The only other one that I would use for Makeup Forever would be their smoothing primer. It's really, really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this on certain areas. Now, the main reason I wanted to try this one out is because I have combination skin, and I really wanted to see how this would hold up for someone who is combination skin. The only places I get oily is my T-zone. Everything else is dry. I have suffered from dry patches in the past. So yeah, let's see what Cappuccino is looking like. That is Cappuccino, a little bit red, but that's fine. Like I said, we're gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna be using a buffer brush to put this one on today. This is by Moda Brushes, and it's from one of their prismatic collections. Gorgeous, gorgeous brush. So, it's the back of my hand. And it's not too bad. Not too bad. Now, they did say that this is buildable medium coverage, so I don't mind that. I don't think I did too bad with the color match. It's not bad. Yeah, okay, all right. I didn't do too bad with the color match, so I'm pretty excited about that. I literally walked in the drugstore and was like picking blindly. And I was kind of upset because I was like, oh my gosh, they have like different shades online. I should have got it online. And yeah, so I'm glad that I didn't do too bad with this color match.
Babe, I can ease your mind, but I want it my way. So meet me in the crowd. Everything is allowed. Your mind is running wild, but we'll do it my way. Love is a feeling, and you can quench this fire, no. So give me when I want it, baby, 'cause I got what you need. Just give it to me, oh give it to me now. Just give it to me, oh give it to me now. Just give it to me, oh give it to me now. Just give it to me, oh give it to me.
Okay guys, so here is what the foundation looks like on my skin. It's very radiant looking. It doesn't look greasy or oily in person. It just looks really natural, like a really nice and natural glow. It is medium coverage. I will say that. I can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see a bit of my scarring on my skin. Yeah, you can definitely see some of the scarring, especially places where I didn't put a lot of this. So yeah, it is medium coverage. So I'm thinking that if you want to go ahead and build it up, you definitely can, but I definitely wouldn't do that because I am combination skin. I don't want to build it up too much. But I did, as you probably saw when I was putting on, I did go in with a beauty blender in the areas where I needed to blend out a little bit more. And it did work out fine. The beauty blender didn't pick up a lot of that product. So that's what I was worried about, that I would pick up a whole lot more product, but it did not. And I am pretty satisfied with that. So what I want to go ahead and do is also try a concealer that I picked up in the range. The concealer I picked up was in the shade Caramel. So what I'm gonna actually go ahead and do is take this directly to the face. Little bit too yellow for my liking. This is the shade, like I said again, this is Caramel. If I could get this in another color, I'd probably do Mahogany. So yeah, this is a little bit too light for my liking, but we're gonna go ahead and blend it out and see how it works.
Slow dancing in the night. Yeah, I wake you up inside. I want you close and tight. Yeah, I want it my way. Love is a feeling, and you can quench this fire. No, no. So give me when I want it, baby. 'Cause I got what you need. Oh, just give it to me, give it to me. Oh, give it to me now. Just give it to me.
So here's the concealer blended out under my eye. It is very brightening. It does blend out really, really well, but this color is definitely too light for me, so I will definitely, hopefully be able to order directly from the NYX website, as opposed to picking blindly at the drugstore. Because, you know, during this quarantine, all the samples are no longer there, so we can't even sample anything. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just go over the area with my brush, just to make sure it's not too stark. Like on camera, it doesn't look too bad, but in person, you can see like, what was she doing? So yeah, I just want to clean that up a little bit. Now it is medium coverage, like they said. I do have a scar next to my nose and I can actually see it peeking through. So yeah, if you're someone who needs actual coverage, like full coverage, this concealer is not it. But if you just want something with medium coverage, definitely everyday kind of wear, then this feels like it's going to do that kind of job. So concealer's all blended out. So what I'm gonna do, since this says it is a Born to Glow foundation for more of a naturally radiant look, I'm gonna take a tissue paper, split that in half, and just take off any excess product. Since it's been sitting on my face, my oils are probably just enjoying this a bit too much. So I just want to take off any excess that might be lingering on my face. And it's not too bad. Not bad at all. Not getting too much oil coming off on the tissue, but there is some coming off, but it's not too bad. So I wish you guys could see it, but the paper, can you see it? You probably can see it a little bit on the computer, like just a little bit of the oil in the foundation. So yeah, I know it's probably gross, but I just wanted to share that with you. If you're wearing a foundation like this, you can go ahead and pick up any excess oil that might be sitting on the top of your skin before you go ahead and powder. So that's what I did. Yeah, this is definitely a medium coverage foundation. I can still see a lot of my scarring. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is finish up the rest of my face and come back to you with the finished look. Okay guys, so face is done. I'm going to list and link everything that I used on my face today, but it is now if you can see that. If you can tell, it's now like after 1 o'clock, it's 1:23 or something. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and complete my day and do everything that I would normally do. And I'm gonna check back in with you guys in a couple hours to show you how this foundation has been holding up. It has played well with the other things that I use on my face a little bit. The concealer seemed to be a little bit like seeping into my fine lines, into my eyes super duper quickly. So that was the first thing I did. I really set my whole face, and then I went in and did everything else. But again, still medium coverage. I think if you want to boost it up, you're definitely gonna have to go in with maybe a full coverage powder foundation or something like that to cover it up if you don't want to go in with more foundation. So that would be a way, I think, to handle the just a smaller peeking throughs on the skin. So that's definitely something that I have noticed while I was finishing off my makeup, is that it is medium coverage. I can see some of the deeper scars still. So yeah, under the eye, the concealer is something that definitely is creeping up into the lines if I did not set it. So I'll see how that plays throughout the day, and I will check back in with you guys in a couple of hours. I wanted to check in with you a little bit earlier than I normally do, just so you could get a gist of what's happening with my face. It is 4:04. I started, I finished my makeup at around 1:20 something, and I just wanted you guys to see exactly what my face looks like right now. So chin and nose area are complete oil slick. Forehead is actually holding up really well. The concealer, surprisingly, isn't doing too bad. I actually like how it settled down, and I didn't put any setting spray or anything on my face, so I'm pretty impressed with the concealer for now. But oily area is really an oil slick, and I'm going to do my best not to touch it, so you guys can see at around, I'd probably come back maybe 8 or 9, so you guys can see how much oil is really accumulating. Around my mouth area, it is settling into my smile lines. That is something that I'm noticing, so I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed with that before anything really shifted or moved at all. But other than that, it actually looks, skin actually looks pretty good, so I'm pretty impressed with all of that. I just want you guys to see, like, the glow is there. The glow is definitely there. It's just like my oily areas, definitely oil slick. So just wanted to show you guys that. I didn't want to blot or anything like that before I showed it to you, so I won't blot. I'm gonna hold out for another couple of hours, and we'll see how this goes. Okay guys, we are back, and it has been it's been almost 8 hours, and I'm like, I think that's it. Like, you can probably see there, it's about 7:45 right now. It's 7:45, and we've got some shine. So time to shine for me with this NYX Born to Glow foundation. I would say the first hour in, I started to see a little bit around my nose, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then by 4 o'clock, everything just was like grease pit, like all of this. As you can see now, I have not blotted at all. Like I showed you guys in the update just now, I did not blot at all, and this is what my face looked like. So it's been about, what, that's 7 hours of wear. I wanted to show you. So let me just take a quick peek, because I haven't looked at it since the last update, and we are oily. And in all the areas that I expected it to be, like on camera is definitely, you guys can probably see that. But chin, definitely in the T-zone area where I expected it to be around the nose. It literally looks like a grease sliding. It literally looks like it's going to slide off my face. Definitely here in my forehead. So my entire T-zone where I normally get oily, that's exactly where the oil is. Surprisingly, the concealer held up really well. It didn't continue to settle. Like, it seems like after I set it, it was just fine. That area didn't get oily at all. It stayed really nice and in place. It did not move. It feels hydrating. It doesn't feel like greasy or even dry at all, but it's not as bad as I expected it. I expected it to look like the rest of my face right now. Like, I expected that to carry on out underneath my eye, but so far so good. But yeah, this foundation, if you are dry, this foundation will definitely be your best friend. I'm gonna go ahead and blot with my little beauty blender blotter thing here, just to see if anything would move. And a little bit of the foundation is moving along with it, but nothing, not too much. But yeah, the foundation is moving with it. So I would be careful with blotting with this. So after blotting, it looks a little bit better, but in person, I'm not thrilled because then that would mean I would need to travel with a powder foundation to go ahead and fix the spots that actually lifted when I blotted, or that my skin is starting to really show through. But yeah, after blotting, it's, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see it on the little blotterati thing here. But yeah, in terms of shifting and moving, it did go into my smile line. So that's a place that I began to see it first. right in my smile line is where I saw the bit of cracking. But yeah, other than that, the first time putting it on, it was really nice. It looks really skin-like. It was pretty. But you can still see my scarring through it. So if you're going to get this one, I would say definitely get a concealer that you can go in and cover up the areas. If you're dry to combo, I would say this one might be good if you wanted something a little bit more dewy. But if you are oily combination like myself, I would stay away from this if you're looking for something with longevity. This one is good if you just want something that looks dewy, if you want like a natural look and you're only gonna be out for maybe 3 hours, something really quick, to the grocery store really quick, come back home, wash it off, and you don't want to touch any, you know, your expensive stuff, then this is fine. But to say for something longer, you want to, you know, go to the movies or something like that, a little outing with the girls, and nah, this isn't it. This is not for that. This is literally for like quick, I need to go do something, that's fine. I don't need a big glam up or anything like that. I don't want to cover up too much. That's what this foundation is for. But if you're like me and you have scarring and you want to cover something in full coverage and you want to last all day, this NYX Born to Glow is not for you. Well, it wasn't for me, but you know, I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion on it. The concealer surprised me, but I would definitely have to go and maybe take it 2 shades a notch. So because I got caramel thinking that, because in the tube caramel looks fine, but once I put it on, it was way too light. So I'll definitely have to pick another shade of the concealer. The concealer was fine for me, like I said, but the foundation is definitely not for me in my grease pit of a T-zone. So you guys, if you have tried this foundation before, let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about today's video. Comment something, and I will see you guys in my next one really, really soon. Bye.